Hi there folks, this is Adam with 8Badge Gaming coming to you today with the third gameplay video in our Noivern Garbodor series. We're just going to go ahead and hop right on into the queue there. We're currently sitting at a 1-1 record with this deck so far, so hopefully we'll be able to keep it on the positive side. Now we're just waiting for our opponent there now at the moment. It should just be a matter of a few seconds more, but we're looking forward to playing against some of the actual tier decks of the format. We did get the chance to play against a little bit of variety so far, decks that we weren't overall expecting, and it looks like today we're going to be getting paired up against a water psychic deck. Now this could be, say, Glaceon and a Tapu Lele. I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be, but it could also just be Lapras. So we're going to call heads as we always do, and we lost the coin flip as we always do when we call heads. So our opponent is obviously going to choose to take the first turn here. We're looking at a mulligan right off the bat, and they do get to have the additional information here of the fact that we are on Noivern. Normally people see our deck type and they might be thinking, say, Ultra Necrozma Malamar, but they will be able to get a full reveal of what we're on. So we do have a natural bridge in hand, and we do have the ability to start a Noibat here as well. Our best top deck here would potentially be an energy, because we'd be able to possibly Mysterious Beam and energy off our opponent's Pokemon. Now, what we're looking for here is, if this is Lapras, we're going to be, oh no, it actually looks to be Frogs. So we're playing against Greninja Break by the looks of it. And our opponent just immediately passed back to us. So we're just going to start off here with a Bridget. We're going to go for Trubbish and a Noibat. We're going to also get an idea of what we have prized. So looking at our prizes here at the moment, we're looking at, I think it's going to be one of our Trubbish is prized. Let's see. So we've got a Trub. We have one of our Noibats prized. We have both of our Lele's, all of our Garbodors, all of our Noiverns. We've got a Hammer prized. We've got a Mysterious Treasure in hand, Rescue Stretcher, Ultra Ball. Both of our Parallel Cities, our Acerolas. We've used a Bridget. We've got our Cynthia. We do have Guzma in hand. We do. So the Guzma's not a prize. We have 2 N's and the Sycamores. We're just going to lock it in there now. We're not going to be able to figure that out very quickly. I get the suspicion that we have energy prized. So I think we're just going to straight leave it like this. We're going to pass back where we don't have energy. We don't want to end our opponent just yet, due to the fact that they did nothing on their first turn. So we see a Frogadier here now, with likely going for water duplicates to continue with the setup. Now, what we're going to try and do on our turn here is we're going to Mysterious Treasure. So let's go Mysterious Treasure. We're going to discard the Choice Band because it is pointless in this particular deck. We're going to go for a Garbotoxin Garbodor. We are going to evolve our Noibat. We are going to put down Garbodor, and I think we're just going to end. We're not going to use the Lele to go for something different. Our opponent does have a slow start, but we'd like to mess with their game plan if at all possible, and we did hit our second Garbodor here as well. Now, we're probably not going to put it down. We're just going to attach an energy to the Noivern, and we're going to pass it back. We have the ability to Lele next turn to go for a draw supporter if necessary. We do have second energy in hand to be able to go for the Distort. Our opponent's likely going to be doing a Shadow Stitching here, so we're not going to be able to actually use the Lele thinking about it now. But we are going to be able to mess with our opponent attaching items in any way. So limiting the item use, and it looks like we're getting paid back in spades for actually helping them with their hand there. They are going through an explosive set of turns here now, or rather an explosive set of actions, I guess I should say. They're going pretty deep. I'd love to be able to hit an Enhanced Hammer. We're likely going to be seeing the Shadow Stitching here. I don't believe that we wouldn't. So let's see. We indeed have... Oh no, he went for the Moonlit Slash. That's an interesting one. I guess it's because he can go for the KO the next turn. So let's go for a Lele. And let's go for a supporter card here. So I think the supporter that we want to go for is... Do we want Sycamore? No, I think we want to be able to Acerola. They can go for a one-shot here. Let's go for the Cynthia. So what we want to do here now is energy. We want to do a float stone on the Garbodor. We're going to Cynthia, and we're going to hope for a field blower here. We did not get a field blower, but we did get a wishful baton, which is something. So we're going to Parallel City, and we can actually save ourselves a bit here. Because if we put the damage restriction side towards them, we discard our Lele, and we go now for a Distort. We're going to hit for 50, and they're not going to be able to actually KO us back, because the extra damage from the Moonlit Slash would put it up to 110, but the damage restriction here now in the Parallel City shuts that down. Now, if they have another Brooklet Hill, they can get the Parallel City out of there naturally. They're not going to be able to Field Blower, so we do still get in for another smack here. They did return the energy to the hand. We have an N here as well. We're going to throw down this Noivern. And we can Sonic Volume, which prevents them from laying special energy next turn, but that's not where we want to be. So what I think we do, or we actually can't Sonic Volume because we need Psychic, so let's go for an N. Let's shuffle it up, see if we hit a Psychic. We do not. We messed with their hand a good chunk here. We have the ability to Distort to keep them off items again, so let's put the energy actually down here. We're going to... We can consider going for Mysterious Treasure for Trash Avalanche Garbodor to get that ready there as well. What kind of count do we have in their graveyard, or their discard rather, is 1. So Sweet All. Maybe the better choice would have been going for the Acerola, but then we would have missed an attack here. Mysterious Treasure is still a potential play, but I think we're just going to go ahead and Distort here. There's not going to be able to Field Blower while we Distort, so we're going to be able to move the energy onto the benched Noivern here. And we're going to want to be able to try and go for another Pokemon here overall. So we've got them up to 170 now with the Greninja Breaks. We end them into 2 Greninja Breaks, which is kind of crazy. But what can you do? Alright, so we're going to put 2 energy onto this particular Noivern here, and we're going to promote that Noivern up into active, where Noivern does have the free retreat anyways. We really need a Psychic Energy here. We're hurting by not having it. So let's do a... We could Guzma up the Froakie, forces it to put an energy on the Froakie to get it out. Let's see. Let's go Mysterious Treasure, and we're going to pitch the Dark Energy, because it's not doing much for us here now. The Lele is not going to be able to fetch us up anything. Let's see. We're still only at 1 item in the discard, so we don't want to go for that. We can go for a Noivern here. We can Ultra Ball, discarding the Mysterious Treasure and the Bridget, and go for a Noibat. Throw the Noibat down, and let's see. We'll Guzma up the Froakie, promote our Garbodor, retreat, and we're going to Distort. So we're keeping them from using items, period. So they don't have access to Float Stones, Evo Sodas, they don't have access to Field Blowers, etc. here. They do get the Frogadier, they got the energy to do the retreat, and they're going to be going up with the Greninja Break here, if I would make the best guess. So yeah, we've got the Greninja Break coming up here. Really didn't amount to anything. They're Sycamoring. Did they increase their item count? They did. So they're up to 4 now. So a Garbotoxin hits for, or rather a Trash Avalanche Garbodor hits for 80. It's still not where we want to be. Moonlit Slash here now, hitting for 70. So they're not going to be able to take the 2-shot KO if they want to. We can distort. They're still coming out significantly ahead here. They're going to not KO us this turn, but they're going to be able to put the Greninja Break back into their hand. We really needed to hit our Enhanced Hammer to take out the ability for them to do their Moonlit Slash. We're seeing a Skyla here. I'm not sure what they're going for. Likely an Ultra Ball. No, the Brooklet Hill. So they're going to turn off the damage restriction here. They did retreat, so they do need a, let's see, a Choice Band. No, it still only puts it up to 110, so it's not a KO. But we are really just getting destroyed here. We're being raked over the coals. We desperately needed to hit, say, a draw support or an enhanced hammer or anything, but we're just getting stuck with this deck. Moral of the story, this isn't where we want to be. So let's see, we can go for a GX attack here. We can wait a turn, be ready for Trash Avalanche. We still are only at 80 damage on a Trash Avalanche, so we're not hitting a KO. We finally got our Psychic Energy, but it was significantly too late. And of course, the game is going to try and time us out here. So Boom Bust will take a KO on the bench. It's just as well do that to see if the prizes are going to help. So let's go Boom Bust GX. So we do get 2 prizes. And we got ourselves a Noibat, which doesn't help us. And we got ourselves a Trubbish, which also doesn't help us. Okay, so we are in some desperate straits. They have a active Greninja going. Their second Greninja Break suited up here as well. We're going to be KO'd here straight up. Very likely, if they have a Choice Band, they're just going to go for the Shadow Stitching, because it will shut down our abilities, but it's probably not where we need to be right now. They're Brooklet Hilling now for the Staryu. They put the Starmie back in the deck with the Super Rod. We're seeing a Field Blower here now, just making our day miserable because they had it, and then they seem to have everything there. We made the mistake, essentially, in the first turns by actually ending. We shouldn't have ended, is what it comes down to, because now they can just start using their abilities. They're taking free prizes here. We're pretty much doomed. They're ending themselves down to 3. We have to hope that this somehow gives us a better hand, but it's not looking good so far. Wishful Baton is definitely too late here at the moment. And we don't have anything else we can do. Now, let's see. I think we promote up our Trubbish. Now, the question is did they use Shadow Stitching? So, how many items do they have in the discard now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So we can rescue Stretcher, put a Pokemon from our discard back into our hand. We're gonna go for a Lele. We are going to use the Lele. We're going to search for a supporter card. We're going to get an N. We're going to toss an energy down here, toss down a Noibat, a Choice Band. We're going to do an N. So we're going to end them down to 1. We got the Trash Avalanche. And does that actually do it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 140, which is a KO on the Greninja. So let's go Garbodor. And I don't think we Ultra Ball here. We have Acerola and Guzma. We're going to go for Trash Phalange. So they need to take a single prize. If they can take a single prize, if they have, say, a Field Blower in hand here, we're just doomed. There's no way that we can win. So they've gone ahead and put up a Staryu. We're hoping against hope now that we potentially have them stuck here. Because they have enough damage now on their other Frogadier, unless they start trying to evolve the Froakie, that we can one-shot whatever they put down. We have the ability to Guzma here. Ultra Ball now going for what, I wonder? Possibly another Greninja Starmie, which he's not going to be able to use due to Garbotoxin being live again, unless he has the Field Blower. He could have the Field Blower as his potentially 2 cards in hand. He's going for an N. He's putting us down to 3 cards. He's going for a different one himself. If it is the Field Blower, we were destined to lose this game, regardless. The Evo Soda is actually going to help him here, putting him up to a Greninja, but I think we actually might be able to take this game now. We have to get lucky. He has to draw nothing for a couple of turns. Right now, we're going to... The Wishful Baton is pointless. I think we're just going to go straight for Trash Phalange. Trash Phalange for knockout. Hitting for 180 now. So whatever he puts up, he has to be confident that it is either going to be taking a KO or he has to hope for the best. So let's see. He's got the Tapu Fini there now. He's got 1 card in hand. Have we been able to turn this game around? This is going to be tight. An Evo Soda is not what he needs. He's going to get 1 more draw. 1 more draw is all he's going to get here, because we're taking a KO now with this Garbodor. The Sycamore is great for us. We can put an energy down on, let's say, the Lele here. Let's Sycamore to go deeper in our deck, but first we're actually going to go Float Stone, and then Sycamore. Because we want to make sure that we are trying to secure our win as much as possible here. We can then just go for the Trash Phalange knockout. So they get, if they top deck an energy and they promote the Tapu Fini here, they might have a chance, because they could use the Tapu Store GX to shuffle away our Pokemon, and then we don't have attacker. But it looks like we actually just have it. We were able to pull back and get a win there off the back. Trash Phalange Garbodor. That is amazing to me. I thought we were horribly doomed there, but they ended up investing enough into their discard item-wise that we were just able to get there. Trash Phalange hitting for one-shot KOs on them. We were able to just take control after being able to end them down to 1 and getting them stuck. So that is just straight showing you the strength of the Garbodors combined. Garbotoxin plus N plus Trash Phalange after your opponent has a bunch of items in discard. Going for the straight one-shots and just burying them under the garbage that is this deck. Nah, I gotta say, this deck has been able to make some comebacks. It's been able to do some pretty good plays, pretty good strong stuff overall. Us getting stuck early, not hitting the Psychic Energy, looked like it was really going to ruin our day, but thankfully we were able to pull it off. So, as always, we do greatly appreciate your viewership. This is another quick reminder that we do have our latest poll up on our Facebook group, which will let you choose what deck that we're going to play in Tech next week. Obviously, the highest number of votes makes the choice for us. If it comes down to a tie, it'll be an executive decision on our part, but we look forward to seeing what you vote for. And this is Adam with 8 Badge Gaming, signing off.